Hi guys, this is video 2 we're gonna do a 2-part here where Lexi, my wonderful model who's got this color all over her hair right now from our last video, is gonna start applying so that you can actually see her do it for the first time, and then I'll take over at one part and let you see me trying to do my own hair. So we're gonna need that video on that at that point. So for right now, she's gonna, she just sat here through the video, so she's gonna take what she knows, and this is an application for a parting, which most of you will be doing just the part that's exposed. I, as you can see, don't have gray roots. We are using conditioner. I am going to do a video actually after I wash this off my hair of me toning back down my roots, so it's going to be the opposite. I'm going to be putting dark color, I guess it's the same thing, but I'm going to blend and kind of create an ombre look for myself, which is really how most of you guys that are getting weaves are going to feel, is that you have this kind of grown out weave with these darker roots. So I'm actually going to do that intentionally, which might seem very odd to you guys. But then you can see me mix the color, and just I'm going to be using more of the gel type color. So again, watch these videos all the way through, and if there's any questions before you get started, touch base with me, and if we need to, we can FaceTime. I'm here for you guys. I'm grateful that you're using your color for your hair. Your formula. I think it's going to make things a lot easier when we get back in. Obviously that lack of control that we have for how long this is going to go or what it's going to be like going back. I'm sure we're all feeling so much of that. But I just have to say, I am so grateful for all of this sweet child right here, all the beautiful gifts that have opened up in this time. I really, it's hard for me to stay home. I want to go back to work, and
she really does.
She won't let me.
I need my mom to be safe and healthy.
Is that the sectioning?
Yeah.
So I can't see, so we're gonna talk about it together. So yeah, you went down here where the hair splits.
Yep.
And if you feel like you want to go just a little deeper at the end, you can, but overall it's just getting all this hair out of the way. Good job, Lex. Kind of being in the back of the ear, so that you can, if you do have gray hair, you can come down this solid line and get in for your ponytail. So the main thing is that it doesn't have to be perfect. It's that you're going deep enough that if your hair splits, you don't see the roots that we aren't doing, and that you have a nice clean line behind your ear, and that you can, if you need to get in here, you can. And then I'll let you do it, honey.
Gonna pin back so it's not in your way and you don't get confused between hair you're supposed to be working on and hair that doesn't really need color, right?
Right.
There you go.
So this is mostly application right now. I don't have a towel around my neck. I just want to remind you guys to have a low cut or V-neck or preferably button down shirt so that you can take it off and hop in the shower and wash your hair easily. Wrap a towel around your neck, and we're going to go through the process of putting on base and doing that whole thing. So this is really fun. I went on the internet to try to find a good video, and I don't know if I'm just too controlling or what, but I didn't like any of them. So we're doing home videos for the first time, baby. Who knows what this will turn into over time. So she's getting my whole hairline around my ear, anywhere she's going to be putting the color on. So we're going to pretend like I have gray.
Pretending, guys.
We're pretending. That's going to be really fun without 2 mirrors in the back. So just in case I happen to be talking to one of you people that needs that to go all the way around the back, and you don't have someone to help you, you're really going to need to be able to kind of sit up on your countertop and get close to that mirror that's behind you with a mirror in your hand and do your hairline. I'm not going to be able to show you that part, at least not in this particular part, but I might be able to do another little mini.
Or if you FaceTime her before you do it, she could probably show you.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I guess that's what part of this is it's you know, it challenges us to be connected and to come up with solutions. I mean, everything that I'm passionate about since the start of my career is all here right now. So thank you for the opportunity. And I miss you guys.
So do you want me to start the part right down the middle or where you're parted at?
So I usually part just slightly off to this side. Can you kind of see my part?
Well, yeah, it parted perfectly.
So which, if
So let's see. So there's another off to the side one that's more straight. So not exactly in the middle, but off to the side a little bit.
yeah, that's where I wear my part. If you're gonna stand on this side, Lexi, I would go get a little bit of this side over here. That way you've got that good saturation right at your root.
Okay. Got it.
Just slightly, like one thin section. So just to go over some of the things that are the most important is, you know, clean sections and small sections. I'm not going to be able to see what Lexi's doing as she does this, so hopefully you guys will be able to see all of this.
Clean section. Or clean part, I should say. So let's see.
So you want to pull down when you're pushing down, and you want to hold this section when you're pushing up.
Right.
There's going to be kind of a tapping, slight push. Some of you are going to have just a tiny bit of regrowth. Some of you are going to have a lot more regrowth. But you want to,
fair amount.
yeah, load up the brush. Some of the color is going to be more like frosting, and there's other color that's going to be more like a gel. I am going to do another video applying that gel color to my own roots so that you can actually see that process. So that'll be video 3. You may not be able to see everything she's doing right now, but when she flips to the other side, you will. So just really watch the video all the way through, and it should answer all your questions for you. She's got a little table set up here to her right, which I recommend, but I also could hold the bowl.
Yeah. I don't know if you could see it, but it's the color I had just applied on her hair. You could see it on this side, so I know I got enough to submerge the hair. That you know how she kept saying, submerge the hair. Make sure you have enough.
Yeah, so if the section's small enough, you'll see the color push through when you turn it over. So it almost, it's obvious. You'll be really. Can you show maybe one that doesn't do it, Lex?
Yes.
So lots of saturation on very small sections is the key to a great coverage.
I don't know if you can see how big that section is, but it's not that big. And then back here, I kind of didn't put very much, and you can't see the color, but you could see the color come through on this side. So it's saturated enough here, and it's not back here. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back, pull this section back over. And make sure it gets saturated enough.
So because I have a highlight and I'm putting the roots darker, you want to pretend like this hair color is like black. So if it gets on anything, it just makes you more conscious. When you're putting it on and it's creamy like this, it's hard to imagine that it's going to be dark, but usually it is. So interesting to be a client. It actually feels really good to have hair color put on. It's very relaxing.
Now, can you put too much color on one section? Like, can you overdo it, or would you rather, you know what I'm saying? Like, can you put too much? You know how you're saying you're not saturating it enough. Can you not put enough, or could you put too much? That will or is just a good amount of color on the brush on both sides when you're applying it, and then as soon as you switch the section over and you see the color coming through the other side, you just know that you've put enough.
Yeah, I think, but as far as the too much, if it's falling off your brush, you know, everywhere, then you got to use a little less. Especially with the gel color, sometimes you have to dip back into the bowl more times per section So, you know, if you can see that the color from the last section is marrying and blending with the new color that you're putting on, can you see that as you're doing it?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So as long as you can see that they're kind of meshing together, so you've got a lot of color on both sides on every single section, you're gonna get great coverage, and we're gonna get through this.
Yes, we are.
I itched my eyeball with conditioner on my finger, and my eye is like
On fire.
it's not fire, but it's like definitely. I can feel it. It's chilly.
It's getting cold.
It's getting.
Got some tea tree in your
Yeah,
eye.
I got a little bit of that going on right now. It makes me realize how much I touch my face. That's why I have to stay home, because I touch everything on my face. It's terrible.
So I just experienced what it is like to have a part or a section that's too big, because I don't see any of the color that I put prior, and now it's finally popping through, so I know the section is good. Let's see.
So you have a lot of control of the hair. You're understanding to keep it taut. And so if you are finding that so the only thing, Lex, that I'm feeling is the way that this is pulling down, like,
It's not on any color, so it's not getting, like, it's not, like, the color, the hair that's not supposed to be colored right now isn't touching the hair that's currently colored or has color on it. So I'm not, like, cross-contaminating it or anything.
okay.
Is that what you were trying to say?
Yeah, because with highlights, if down here, can you just look for a second?
Yeah.
Just if you just kind of go back towards the middle of the beginning, like maybe the third or fourth section down, if it mushes out onto that color,
Yeah.
it will. If you could imagine that this stuff you just put on is going to be very dark.
Yeah.
Can you? Does it seem like it's okay?
Yeah, it's not mixing together at all. It's not touching. It's not. I think it looks okay.
Okay, so just being careful with that, not to go like really far down this way, but more like holding this section, maybe just hold it up a little bit, up and over just a little bit, so that you don't get, sometimes when we're so focused on this little line that we're painting, we can not be aware of what the other hand is doing. So it's just,
Oh, so I was like flattening it down.
Right.
Got it. Okay, got what you're saying. I picked up what you put down, Mom.
okay. Good, baby. And isn't it interesting how the body all works together, though? Like, to be able to get your brain to think about both hands. It's good.
So you're gonna, when you're applying it on the piece that is over, you're gonna lift it off
Up.
the color,
Yeah.
or off the hair that's
Yeah,
already.
a little bit more up than down.
Got it.
And
Okay.
see how you have all that control?
Yes, way more control, definitely. Okay.
It really is very relaxing.
I'm glad
I
you
think
think
it.
so.
I think it would be so fun if everyone that did this videoed their experience and then sent that to me. I think people are going to be freaking cracking up.
Oh my
Or
gosh.
who knows?
totally.
The amount of things that could be done or said in someone's first time of applying a color could be hilarious. Hey guys, if you want to videotape your application, I would love to see how it goes. It could like go down in history as some of the funniest moments.
Oh yeah. COVID-19, applying my own hair color.
Could be super fun.
It'd be a good way to get some laughs in, definitely.
Yeah, I know, right?
'Cause we all
All
need
this-
some
All the
laughs.
seriousness.
All the seriousness in the world. It's a little heavy.
Yes.
Fly. Okay, this part.
So, Lex, can you see how you can see that right now it doesn't penetrate that far back?
Yeah.
It's like the best example of you being able to see how far the color can move through the hair for that section.
Definitely.
That's all you need to do back there. You don't need to, start unclipping this and going deeper. It's enough to camouflage when you're wearing a ponytail.
So the stuff you have pinned back, you don't even need to worry about hitting it with the color at all. All right.
Oh, it even kind of sort of itches like I would think a tint would. Okay,
Just going through, making sure I got all the grays, seeing if any pop out that I missed. Not seeing anything. Looks like I got everything pretty good.
nice hairline in there, up in here.
Up in here.
If the hairs don't pop out or it looks like it's covered, it's better not to move the hair color because it's already started working. So only go back in on the hairline where you see you need to. You will be able to tell if the gray hairs pop out or if you miss something. So you check at the end of every section, you check here, and then you'll do the other side, and then at the very end, check again. And you can always check a few minutes into the process as well, just to make sure that, things look like they're well covered. And you'll leave this color on for a minimum of 45 minutes because we don't have the heat of the dryer, so you want to leave it on the full time to get the coverage needed.
All right, and this is it's parted to where it doesn't have any color in case you want to try it on your own.
Okay, so now we're gonna set up a little way for me to look at myself. I wish I had a mirror. What's that?
Want me to stop it so you can do one on your own?
So we'll do a couple sections and then maybe I guess they could just go to this. Yeah, so we're gonna stop this video now because some people aren't gonna have someone are not gonna want to sit there and watch the whole thing.